Hello, I'm Eliza Koff, a divine transformation architect, and this is another episode of Inside Healing 10 minutes of insight and healing. Subscribe and share. So, the eighth. This is the eighth organ of the 12 Organ Meridian Optimization series. I would love to know how you're enjoying all of these organ healings. And this is to go along with the full spectrum organ healing that finished, but you can still get the recordings, and it's 9 really, really deep healings. If it's not on my website, you can still contact me. But I will be putting all of my kind of series replays for purchase soon. But if you're really keen, I mean, there's nothing deeper, I don't think, than my work. So go ahead and sit or lay down because the energies are actually already running. And today is the small intestine, and it goes along with the heart meridian. So the small intestine is the yang partnered to the heart meridian, which is the yin. And already I am cleansing and harmonizing your small intestines. So just breathe and allow. It is the minister of discernment, job to sort, separate, and clarify on all levels. So physically, it separates pure nutrients and the waste, and then the waste just sends it downward. Mentally and spiritually does the same function. Helps distinguish clear from confusion, what's true and false, what's essential and what's non-essential. When your small intestine energy is strong, clarity of judgment, but when imbalanced, unable to make decisions, and easily confused, mentally cluttered, and emotionally overwhelmed from just too much information. Like you can't, it's hard for you to, what's that? You know that the the sieve, like when you bring things and you can't decipher what is true and what isn't, we can't discern, right? So it separates the pure from the impure in the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. That's key. So we're cleansing and harmonizing your small intestines now. Physically, it extracts nutrients and sends waste downward. Mentally, it flutters information, separating relevant from the irrelevant. Emotionally, it discerns which feelings are genuine responses to reality and which are conditioned reactions to old stories. This is where we live in the identity loops. We're living in the karmic timeline influences and just our childhood narratives. And this is what really keeps people from evolving. That's the bottom line. So this is really, really an important one. Spiritually, it helps you identify your true path from the distractions and the illusions of, I mean, there's so much noise, right? Just breathe. So this is pretty powerful too. So we're cleansing and harmonizing your small intestine. By the way, we're using my modality for all of these episodes, divine optimization energetics. The emotion is the shadow side of joy. Remember, that is also with the heart. So sadness disguised as busyness. When people like they don't want to face their troubles, they stay busy, they stay active, especially like when grief, or when they're sad. So when energetic and busy, but really sad and sense of meaninglessness and just kind of going with the motions. I think a lot of people are actually going through the motions. The time for the small intestines is 1 to 3 p.m. Good time to make decisions, analyze information, edit, prioritize tasks that that you need to focus for because it has your cognitive sharpness. So the cleansing and harmonizing of the small intestines is done. So now I'm stabilizing your system to really allow this to land. So when you're constantly doing, sorting, organizing, or the chronic busyness, which I think, so many people are, it's masking the quiet heartbreak or the sadness or all the pain, the pain. So go ahead and bring your hands to the heart space and repeat this intention 3 times out loud, please, after me. My mind is clear and balanced. I am able to discern on a mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. My mind is clear and balanced. I am able to discern on a mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. My mind is clear and balanced. I'm able to discern on a mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. Breathe that in. And just breathe. I'm going to bring in indigo blue color energy. Indigo blue is like a spiritual steadiness, per se. So let me start that for the last minute. It's a spiritual influencer. Here we go. For discernment, running in for discernment on the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual levels. Breathe steady. Start to deepen your breath. Start to make little movements in your fingers and your toes and stretching it out. Take one more expansive breath and gently open up your eyes. I would love to know how this was for you. Did you relate to the information? And it's like, whoa, I am like that. So maybe this is imbalanced or whatever you're observing. Um, I really encourage you, like these 12 episode series are profound. Try not to underestimate the power of these 10 minutes because people can actually heal instantly when they're really settled into and allowing it to enter. Yeah. Anyway, as always, so much love and gratitude for each and every one of you. I don't take you showing up here for yourself lightly. And I know there's so much going on in the world, and then you chose to spend this time with me. That is a great, great, great honor. As always, so much love and so much gratitude. Bye for now.